It was a cold, foggy night in November 1992. I had just finished a long shift delivering supplies across Kent, and all I wanted was to get home, grab a hot cup of tea, and collapse into bed. The A229 near Bluebell Hill is a road I knew well, quiet, rural, and a bit unsettling when the fog rolls in like it did that night. I was tired, but alert. As I came around a bend, my headlights swept over the side of the road, and that's when I saw her. A young woman stood there right at the edge of the road, waving her hand. She looked like she needed help. She was wearing a white dress, soaked as if she'd been caught in heavy rain, though the night had been dry for hours. Something about her looked off, but I didn't think twice. I pulled over. She got in without a word, settled into the passenger seat, and softly said, "Can you take me into town?" I live just a few minutes down. Her voice was calm but distant. I asked if she was okay. She nodded. I tried a bit of small talk, but she didn't say much after that. The fog thickened as we drove, and the silence between us grew heavier. After a few minutes, I glanced over. She was gone. Vanished. Completely. I slammed on the brakes. The door hadn't opened. There was no sound, no movement, no trace of her ever being there. My heart was racing. I sat there in shock, gripping the steering wheel, trying to convince myself that I had imagined the whole thing. But I knew I hadn't. I turned the car around and drove straight to the police station in town. I told the officer on duty what had happened. To my surprise, he didn't laugh or dismiss me. Instead, he leaned back in his chair and said, "You're not the first one to see her." He told me about a crash that had happened back in 1965. 3 women had been in a head-on collision near Bluebell Hill. One of them, a young bride-to-be named Suzanne Brown, had died at the scene. Ever since then, people, dozens over the years, have reported picking up a woman matching her description, only for her to vanish from their vehicle. In some cases, the ghost even gives her home address. One man followed through, knocked on the door, and was told by an elderly woman that her daughter had died decades earlier in that exact spot. I didn't sleep much that night. I still remember the smell of damp fabric and the weight of her silence. I've never driven that stretch of road after dark again. Whatever I saw that night was real, and I believe she's still out there, waiting for someone else to offer her one last ride home. In June 2013, 2 of my closest friends, Sarah and Jacob, and I decided to take a road trip from Tulsa to New Orleans. We were in our early 20s and wanted a taste of freedom, adventure, and spontaneity. Instead of sticking to the interstate, we chose a scenic route that cut through the Texas backroads. It was supposed to be fun. It turned into a nightmare. Late one evening, we were driving near the Red River in northern Texas when our GPS suggested a shortcut. It looked like an unpaved road winding through thick woods, but it would shave off an hour. Against our better judgment, we took it. Not long after turning onto the road, our SUV stalled. Just died. We tried everything. Ignition, cables, even waiting a while, but it wouldn't start. Worse, there was no cell service. With no choice, we decided to sleep in the car and find help in the morning. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to a soft rustling outside the car. At first, I thought it was an animal, but when I looked out the side window, I saw a man, tall, still, standing just inside the tree line. I froze. He was just watching us. I whispered to Jacob and Sarah to wake up. When they looked, the man was gone. We tried to rationalize it, maybe a hunter or someone passing through. But then we started hearing it. Footsteps circling the car, soft taps on the windows, even the sound of someone trying the back door handle. We stayed silent, crouched in the back seat, holding our breath. None of us slept after that. At dawn, we stepped outside. I wish we hadn't. Around the SUV were footprints, more than one set. Some led to and from the woods. We didn't wait to find out more. We grabbed our backpacks and hiked down the road, walking for what felt like hours until we reached a small gas station. We called for a tow truck and reported everything to the local sheriff. But when we returned with them later that day, the SUV was gone. Gone. The sheriff looked at us with a strange calm, like he wasn't surprised. He told us other travelers had gone missing along that stretch before. Rumors floated around about people living off-grid in the woods, harassing anyone who came too close. They never found the car. No arrests, no explanation. Just one big blank spot on the map we'll never go near again. I don't care if people believe me. I know what we saw. I know we weren't alone out there. We were lucky to make it back. I'll never take a back road shortcut again.